Hello and good morning. Welcome to another Valheim extravaganza. I'm Face Motion. Today we are back in Valheim. Over the weekend we had a couple of live streams where we were playing with the Chaos Tricks mod. Today we are back with our normal playthrough. We need to hit another mine in the Mistlands. And before we do that, we're just going to tidy up a few things here at the base. I need to improve the situation when it comes to our chickens. At the moment we've got a kind of rough and ready, what is that, chicken pen for them. But we need to do something to make it kind of a bit prettier and to give them a bit more space. But we are working towards our chickens are pushy little beasts. We are working towards having everything we need for tackling the next boss, the Queen. Oops, in the Mistlands. Let's not throw the egg out. Put it over here where it's nice and warm. And let's check our fire. Yeah, it's still going. Good. We may as well take down this crafting bench for now. Let's use the wood over here. Okay. This area still needs a bit of work. Got some stones we have to take out. But the chickens are happy. It's providing us with the chicken meat and feathers. Which is quite good. And all piggies are happy. I probably need a bit more food, and we need to do a bit of slaughtering, free up a bit more of the space for them. I'm still not particularly happy with this portal room. We need to expand this a bit. I'm probably going to move it somewhere else completely. Maybe over here to this big bit of space that we have. It's nice when it's here, because it's pretty close. But this tree, while it's awesome to have a kind of central feature, it's one of the things I like about this location. The tree branches overhang into the roof and kind of make it a bit more difficult to see. So I think we're going to shove it over here. Yeah, that would be good. This is a much bigger space. We can build a hexagonal or octagonal tower, probably an octagonal tower here, which will give us space for many more portals. Not that we have a ton, but things are pretty tight in that current house. And we're going to make this tower out of black marble, I think. Let me just check the settings on the stream itself. Just give me a second. We want to disable, how do we disable that? Let's have a look. Twitch is a bit tricky when it comes to tags and that sort of stuff, so I just want to make sure that that's all set up. And then I need to make sure I'm disabling the mod. How do I do that? How do I bring back the mods? The mods view, that's mod actions, that's moderator. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Put that to quick. And stream preview. How do I mess about with those things? I think it's the... Let's have a look. How do I modify? The Twitch interfaces are sometimes difficult to navigate. Extensions, that's what I want, my extensions. And let's disable, how do I disable an extension? Okay, think that did it. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better, I think. How did you get out? Here, little chickie. A couple more eggs to grab that. These hens are... need a fox in the hen house. Get out of the way. Yeah. Hen loves me. They do not like giving me a bit of space, and it's hard to grab the stuff through the fence. So yeah, we're gonna do a couple of things today, I think. So let's just find, where did I put my pickaxe? Sword. There we are. Okay, so let's start out by just clearing a bit of this space, I think. Hens have escaped the hen house. Doesn't really matter if we kind of hit the ground a little bit, although I do try to avoid it, if possible. Hey, Crazy, how you doing? When are you planning on streaming today? I've been refreshing my screen in case it pops up. Clear a bit of this land. It's a bit high. Okay, so 24 minus 3, 21 hours from now, which is about 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock my time, maybe 9 o'clock my time. It's your last day. You're almost ready for the weekend, your virtual weekend. Okay, let's head off and grab our hoe. And we can flatten the ground a little bit, see where we're at. Let's try and find a reasonable place to start the leveling process. We're going to put down some flagstones for the floor. So it needs to be reasonably level, but it doesn't need to be too level. Probably going to use this as a reference point and then come down a little bit more. Create some stone walkways. Have you now? Which one was that? The Chaos Tricks. Grab some stone. I think we'll actually make this out of stone rather than black marble, because the prospect of mining a crap ton is this morning not high on my list. Okay. Cool. Let's make it daytime. Excuse me. We have a Mistlands mine ready to go. There's a tiny base put outside. So we'll do a little bit of building here and then we'll go off and smack some bugs. We will need a stone workbench. So what I'm going to do is head over here, and I think I've got one that we can just bring down. Yeah, there we go. Where's my iron? There we go. Cool. Leave a trail of stones. We can go and pick those up in a minute. What am I missing? A workbench. And of course we are short of wood. I thought I had another couple of workbenches around here. Don't need a ton of wood. Actually, we just need one. So we get another 10 just in case. There's always going to be something that needs a bit of I've been debating whether I should set up a Discord or not. I'm not I like Discord, but I don't like that there's like thousands of Discord or Discords. I personally find it pretty hard to keep track of them all. So let's find a slightly higher piece of ground. Now we have a couple of flagstones down. It makes it a little bit easier to see where the level of the land needs to be. I think we'll create a kind of one place. So we'll extend this one out. That's probably going to be where the boundary of the chicken house is going to be. So expand that over a bit more. This will lead us to our pig area. We'll probably take up all of that space. And then I'm noticing that the flagstones are just starting to hover. So we're going to find a slightly higher piece of land and bring up the ground a bit more, all the way down here. And then we'll turn this last piece here into a feature and make a gate. Yeah, I know, and that's the thing I don't really like about it. I've been toying with the idea of creating a personalized bot for Discord, which is a bot that is not for a server but for an individual, and essentially kind of summarizes all of the different streams that you're getting from the different servers into exactly. So it summarizes all of the content that you're getting into easily readable paragraphs, and that means that I'm not just, I was thinking that the bot shouldn't just kind of stream the individual messages. It should actually create a summary of the messages for people, and kind of flip the metaphor on its head a little bit. So instead of being server focused, it's individual focused. I think it could be something that people would like and find useful. it would be an interesting project. Yeah. And maybe bring some value to people. Originally I had this idea of doing something similar with for the browser. Flex zone is floating with us, so find a bit of higher land. No, that was not what I wanted. We do have some stone, so let's bring it up a touch, flatten it down a little. So originally I had this idea of doing something similar for a recommendation bot. So a lot of the websites, Amazon, all of the big shopping ones, as well as many of the little ones, they're always looking to improve the conversion. So they essentially use recommendation bots to look at past activity and to recommend things that they think might fit. And doing this, they actually put you into a kind of a bucketing type system. So past purchases that you've made tend to indicate, we're out of stone, certain types of behavior. And while that's great for the shop, it's pretty terrible for you, because you end up just being bucketed into, broad buckets of things that aren't really that relevant. They also tend to be like really behind. So if you are browsing for, say, some new electronics like a cooker, and you decide to purchase something, they're still stuck on the fact that you're looking for a cooker. And won't kind of reflect, maybe you're looking for accessories for a cooker. So I was thinking about kind of turning it the other way around. So essentially consuming your activity, recognizing that you are looking on, say, multiple sites and that sort of stuff to do something. Recognizing when you do make a purchase, and then kind of supporting you in finding ancillary things that might be relevant. But maybe working from the Discord perspective would be a smarter move. Okay, so what I'm doing basically is creating a pathway and then using a line of stones to think about where I want the portal room, the portal building to be. And then the line I can use is basically to say where the center, where the edges are going to be. And then I think that maybe a 7 by 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So that would bring us out to about here. And then initially just kind of creating an outline before I start giving it a bit of shape. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what a lot of people do, which is a bit of a shame. So I will think about it a bit more and maybe see if I can come up with something that will allow us to flip it on its head a bit. Because it's information overload. And I think the end result is it makes people feel bad about themselves that they're not keeping up. And often, in my work, we use things like Slack and Microsoft, what's it called? Teams? Is that Teams? And there's just too much. Like, in Slack you have the same sort of thing as Discord, but it's much more focused around the company. And you just get tons and tons of messages every day. Okay. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be the centerpiece. Let's fill that out. It's going to be the pathway leading to the gate. And the other thing I was wondering is, like, you know, you're interested in certain streamers, but you're also interested in the game. Maybe, you know, the community, is that more about the game or more about the streamer? The streamer's a personality. You know, often you're attracted to certain types of personalities, that people that you kind of enjoy the narrative and so on and so forth. I just wonder if there's a better way to make things more accessible for people. Okay, so I want this to be a kind of hexagonal building, so I'm going to build that on top of these flagstones, and then we'll trim the flagstones after. Many years ago, I used to be a developer for a web HTML-based game called Legend of the Green Dragon. And one of the awesome things about the game, there's many awesome things about the game, you know, we're doing some cutting edge stuff. It was essentially an open source project. I need to get a knife to kill my chicken. But there were lots of forums, because the game itself allowed people to install the game themselves. So we had hundreds of servers. You know, everyone would set up their own server that, you know, service the market that they were interested in building. You could customize the game, you could customize the story, you know, all this sort of stuff. But it also meant that there were hundreds of forums that we had to follow. And it just became completely overwhelming. Wood and tin. Is that tin or silver? Silver. Don't have any tin. Yeah. And that's one way of dealing with it. You know, you could have games with sub-channels for different content creators. That would be another way to do it. But I think ego kicks in a lot. Yeah. But it still becomes very fragmented. Okay, we need tin, which means we need black forest, which is, do I have any nearby? Meadows. Meadows. I think the closest one is here. That way. Let's jump on some stamina food. And to be honest, I think, you know, long term, that's really how things are going to, excuse me, shift. You know, making it much more individual, much more personal, while at the same time making sure that you're still connected to the larger group. Yeah, exactly. Might as well pop this power. Okay, we should have, yeah, there you go. I do have a little outpost in this area, but I dropped the portal at the other end by mistake when I was tidying up. So we're going to grab the name of this portal because I forgot. Piggy, you followed me a long way. Copper. Let's make that. Black forest. Okay. Okay, now if we head south. To the waterway, we can pick up a bit of tin. Over there. That's going to get harassed though by grey dwarfs, but it's not a problem. Yeah, I know, it's a massive blessing. Oops. I'm not going to kill this grey dwarf spawner because it's quite handy just to come back to every now and then and farm a bit of grey dwarfs for eyes and resin. What are we doing for 10? 17. It should be enough. We don't need a lot. I'm hoping that the some of the new mechanics that they have coming with the catapult will allow us to catapult people. I think it could be a lot of fun. Or maybe chickens. Pick up a chicken and drop it in the catapult. Filling them at grey dwarfs. Okay, let's not get too disoriented. This way. So I wanted to ask you about your dock. Did you build one, or is that the next project for you? Ah, okay. Watch out for those stone golems. They really like to party. I once got jumped by one in a tower that I'd built in the mountains, and yeah, they really made a mess of things. These grey dwarfs will follow you to the ends of the earth. It's a shame you can't tame them. I need to put some lights outside. I like the diverger lamps that you don't have to keep on refueling them. Ah, okay. See, the drakes. They're not usually too bad. It's a bit of a pain when they gang up on you. But they're dealable. Yeah, you can deal with them fairly easily. Okay, butcher's knife. Tin and wood. Let's make it daytime. A bit easier to see. There are some round stone towers in the mountains that you can use as a pretty good starting point. They go down fairly deep, so you get a nice basement. Okay, our tin is smelting. If I was smart, I would have kicked that off before I went to sleep, because then it'd be ready already. But hindsight is... Okay, let's pick up some meats. And put another batch in to cook. What do we want to have this time? Let's do an Ita. Also do a frost resist. Keep things a little bit organised. They leave that on us now. And we needed 4. I wish that the blast furnace accepted all of the other earlier metals. Just expanded a bit on it, and then you could kind of simplify your bases a bit. I guess it's nice having different buildings around your base. I'm not really sure why I'm complaining. But I found that bases always expand, so, you know. So a little bit sidetracked, so we could create the butcher's knife. It's not strictly necessary. You can turn PvP mode on and then just slaughter them. That's what I usually do, but yeah, I figured I would do it the proper way. A little bit more stone. Indeed. So all of that was so I could get rid of that one chicken. Okay. So let's get back to where we were. 1, 2, 3, and that's our middle point. I'm going to put this here, just so we've got a reference point again. And we want it to be, that needs to be there. See if we can get the spacing. It's not going to be right. What is that going to be? We want it to be kind of here. Missing requirement. Is that my stone bench? Yeah. Chickens you get after you kill the plains boss. Once you've killed the plains boss, and then you go to the trader and you can buy the eggs from the trader. They're pretty expensive. It's 1,500 gold per egg, and if you want to breed them, you need 2. It's not going to work out quite that well. We have a straight piece, one angle, straight piece. Not going to be quite as pretty, but something like that is what I was thinking of. So, straight piece. Actually, I wonder if I should have 2. Let's see if I can do that a little bit better. Not that I'm a perfectionist, but so keep that as a reference block. And then 2 like that. That. And then 1 in, 1 in. Still not going to match up, is it? Do I need to do 2 at a time? 1. Not going to work either. What am I doing wrong? 1, 2, turn in, 1, 2. Theory, if I do that. So yeah, they're really pricey. Here, do the same things we did just now. Oh, wrong one. That is going to be our doorway, but let's get the spacing right first. And then the same this side. Okay. And then temporarily we're going to put a couple of these just here for the doorway. We'll make it a bit more grand later. Distance on that doorway is not what I want. I want it to be 2 wide. Okay. Something like that. Okay, so that's the rough outline that I'm thinking of. In the center, I'm thinking of a spiral staircase. Make this 2 floors, and actually 1, 2, 3 floors. But the 3rd floor, the one on the top, is going to be the roof with it's going to act like a lookout / lighthouse. Yeah, that's generally what I'm thinking. So let's go and tidy up, and then let's go and hit that mine. Far more exciting than purely just building. Head up here, our kitchen area. Fairly happy with how that's going so far. Not too happy with this roof. I think I'm going to redo it because the corner pieces just here, they're snapping only to the inside edge. And I think it kind of makes it look a little bit silly. I want more of an overhang around here. So I'm going to redo that piece, I think. Just drop off some junk, do a repair. And then we'll head off to the mine that I found. And then I think we're almost ready to tackle the Mistland's Queen. We've already found the location. on our map. She is, where is she now? She's over here. Okay, hoe, knife. We won't need those. Arrows, let's grab some potions. So we're going to need Ita, healing. Don't think we need fire resist, don't need poison resist, don't need frost resist, that should be good enough. Okay. The other thing I'd like to do is change this entranceway a bit more. Originally I made this out of wood because that's, you know, I hadn't unlocked the stone biomes and the black marble yet. I'd like to make this a bit more grand. We do have the dark wood gates, but I'd like to make this more of an entrance. So kind of like a stone, not like a drawbridge, because at the moment you can't do drawbridges. Although with a catapult, you know, if the mechanic is more general, you might be able to make something like a drawbridge, which would be pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of digging lots of trenches, to be honest. You know, it helps with protecting your base, and I have done it just over here, just because I was lazy and didn't want to deal with all of the aggro. So we did build a trench over this side and just down there, but I'm not a huge fan of doing this. I'd rather use you know, defensive walls and that sort of stuff. Okay, so let's now top up our food. Health. Focus a bit more on health than on the magic for now. Not really sure why I closed that door. Okay, here we are. One final place to drop off crud. Got the spawn point. And we have a mine just over here. Okay, I'm seeing 3 seekers. I'll pop an Ita potion. That helps a lot with recharge for your mana. Can we get that hair? No. Okay. Okay, these are only standard seekers. Which I should, but let's not get stuck. I should have actually crafted myself some of the caster armor to help with the regen. For now, we just need to kite this guy a little bit. There we go. Cool. Those 3 are down. I'll switch across to Tower Shield and the Mistwalker Sword. And before I kick off, I just want to double check that too close to the doorway, that my dodge is set up on my mouse, because these ticks really put a crimp in your day. I think there's a 1 star. Is that a 1 star? Yeah. Middle mouse button attack is actually quite handy for the ticks. Let's not accidentally open the doorway until we're ready. I'm going to check around here first, see what we might have. Okay, stairway down. What am I seeing down here? Not that much. Got a doorway to bust through here. Okay, and let's have a look. What have these got? Oh. What are these guys? I'm seeing 3 of them. Can't see what they are yet though. Look like normal. Let's back off, let our stamina regen just a touch. There we go. Got another, oh there's a, what is that, a 1 star? We'll deal with him in a bit. Let's just check around here. Seeing something clip through. Okay, dead end. What have we got here? What are you? Not too grim. That's the other doorway. Okay, I'm trying to see what I've got on the other side. Looks like some ticks and a 2 star. So I'm just going to wait a second for my health regen, and actually I just realized I have the wrong Forsaken power set up. That's from my game yesterday. So we're going to just head back and switch across the bone mass. Pretty excited about the world modifiers. I'm hoping they'll be released pretty soon. I saw the developers were getting a bit of flack for bringing world modifiers in. There's some purists out there who aren't a big fan of this type of thing, but I think it's an awesome thing for the game. Let's see, where do we need to go? So you're able to toggle whether you can take materials that currently you can't take through portals. You can set the difficulty level to insane mode, so basically permadeath. What else can you do? Yeah, I run a mod that allows me to take metals through portals because I can't stand it. Okay, bone mass is active now, so we can turn that on when we get back to the mine. So yeah, there's a chunk of stuff that they're doing now, which is good. It makes the game far more accessible to a lot of players, I think, which is good. You can have the standard experience if you want it. You know, it's not going to impact you if you actually just like the way things are currently set up. But it does make it more accessible to other people. I'm going to grab this mage. Oh, looks like a skelly killed him. Let's go back. I really need to put some lights outside the gateway. In the nighttime, I can't see where I'm going. And then before we go back to the mine, I'm just going to go and get the rested buff. Make it daytime. Okay, let's head back off. 2:23. The Chaos Tricks, maybe a bit later. I didn't really have. I think it worked fairly well, and I did get people dropping in, but I also think that a lot of people didn't have enough loyalty points to interact. So I need to think about how better to handle that side of things. But I liked it very much. I thought it was really good. I had a lot of fun with it. Okay. Now, where is this? Is that a doorway? No. Where are there you are. Okay. Food's looking good. I'm going to activate Biomass because these 1-star ones come on. Bloody ticks. Okay, let's switch across. Come on. Let's try this one. Yeah, I've turned up the settings fairly high. Because I do want to, the whole concept is about engagement. Oh, you look. There you go. The stamina regen a bit. Yeah, following helps a lot. If you're watching the channel, please do follow. Depending on where you're watching from, whether you're on YouTube or on Twitch, follow. If you can, subscribe. That would help me a great deal. And also will give you an extra bonus, I think, with the loyalty points. Let's check around here. To be honest, this is looking pretty meager. We've cleared out this side. I'm still trying to figure out what are the right settings for Twitch and the chatbot. So if you do have ideas, let me know. There are some games set up. There are some commands. I think if you do exclamation point commands, it will list the ones that are available. Let's check down here. I'm going to look down there in a bit. Unless one comes up. Hi-ho. There you go. Good boy. Bye-bye. Seekers are very accommodating. They will come to you. Aha! Hidden door. No cause there. Although these dwarves like their sausages. We'll trade the potion for the wood. It's always good to have more potions, but there's no cause in that in there, so let's try it over here. Anything? Nothing. Maya. We'll take a look down here, but usually there's not much. Looks like there's a seeker. Whoa, there's a 1-star seeker. Okay, so we're going to come up here, switch across to our get rid of one of them first. Pop a Iter potion. Once you pop an Iter potion, you can use your staff pretty much continuously. Okay, I'm going to switch across to the wisp. Sure. Don't tell me you're actually doing some work. Wait for some stamina to come back. Putting your equipment away, you know, staff, sword, that sort of stuff, helps you with your stamina regen. Okay, so that's that entrance. We've done left, we've done right, but we've not done down yet. Before we venture too far down, let's make sure we have our shield up and ideally a weapon handy. Because you will encounter other beasts down here, and I once got knocked into this corner by a soldier, and that was a real headache. The knockback of the mobs in the mist is really, really insane. But if you've experienced the mountains, you know that the tower shield will help a lot in that situation. Let's take a look. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to get him unless he comes more up for us. Going to come up again. What is that? It looks like it's just a normal seeker. There we go. Just be careful not to open too many doors at once. Because if you get swarmed, it's, especially with a knockback, it really hurts. Piles of coin. I'm always slightly disappointed by how many coins you actually get from this. Like 224, but it feels like it should be like 500 or 1,000. You know, you see these piles and piles of stuff on the ground. Okay, we need to make a little bit of space, so let's drop that off because we do want these black coals. We've got 3 in this run, and we already have this location for the queen. Cool, 3 more coals. And double check the walls because there are doors that you can open. And they just look like a normal wall. Sometimes you have a stairway going up. Sometimes you don't. And because we want the mats, we're going to come down here. See what we've got. Just keep an eye on our food and on bone mass. See a seeker. Just normal seekers. So if you do follow and subscribe, you do get more loyalty points. And then elements of magic improve. Good. Which will then help when we do run the Chaos Tricks integration, which allows you to, if you've not seen it before, it allows you to essentially interact with the game. You can spawn mobs, wolves, greylings, trolls, even seekers, using either loyalty points or bits. Come on, up we come. Put that away. Or you can help me, so you can give me food, stamina. You can activate the Forsaken powers for me. And interestingly enough, you can actually stack up multiple Forsaken powers, as we saw yesterday. What am I looking for? A way out. We broke through that. So it's not this way. It's not. Is it this way? Okay, I'm totally turned around now. I don't remember it being on the other side, but maybe it was. Ah, stairway. There you go. And we're just going to double check these walls for a doorway. Didn't find any doors in this dungeon, so we may take another look. Don't think there's anything here. Just hidden compartments. No, nothing on this side. And we'll just check over this side as well. Sometimes you'll see these little slits and it kind of indicates there's a room on the other side. Sometimes you can get through to them, sometimes you can't. Not seeing anything extra on this side. No doors. You'll see an E pop up when you approach a wall which can be opened. These are in addition to the hidden rooms that you can find. Nothing on that side. And it doesn't look like there's anything on this side either. Okay, so that's done. Thanks for following, Kush. I appreciate it very much. Glad to have you watching the stream. Hope you find it interesting or valuable. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Or if there's something you'd like to see, let me know. And as I mentioned before, I'm still kind of new to Twitch. So if there are features that you want me to enable, or things that you want me to set up, just let me know, and I'll do what I can. there are a couple of bots on the channel with some games and that sort of stuff. So, yep. Let's take a look. I don't want the sausages, but I don't want to bring the coals back. Let's head back and dump some stuff off. Okay, seeker meat. Keep my puke berries over here. Sometimes it's quite handy just to get rid of all the buffs that you have. Oh, one of the things I noticed in the Chaos Tricks was that you can dump the person's inventory, which actually looks quite comical. I'm good, thanks, Kush. How are you doing? Awesome. Based on the time of day and the fact that you're awake, I'm kind of assuming that you're European based, like me. I'm in Berlin. Okay, let's repair everything up. Okay, just taking a look here to think about the building that we're going to be building next. Still not sure if I'm going to do it out of stone. I like stone, and it's easy to come by. Let's grab this egg, these eggs now the chickens have moved. Gonna grab a little bit of wood. And then build a couple of chests by the entrance. Makes it just a little bit easier when you're doing a build. You don't have to run so far all the time. Okay, and we're going to make it daytime. Hopefully the weather will change. I was actually thinking of yep, and if there's more emoticons, icons, that sort of stuff that you want to see, let me know. And I'll see if I can find some decent ones and add them. I've added a few. I've got a couple that are still pending approval. I made, not really a mistake, but I tried to do the right thing and attribute icons to where I got them from, which was Streamlabs. And all of those ones are stuck in pending state because Streamlabs has to acknowledge the icons themselves. Ah, stateside. Cool. East or West Coast? Okay, let's go and grab a bit of stone. I'm gonna stack up a lot, overburden, and then... Ah, cool, nice. Often my day job requires me to go to the States. So last year I spent about 3 months stateside. over the course of a year. Makes it a little bit tricky with my daughter. I'm a single parent and she lives with me, so I have to make sure that her mother has time to look after her for a bit. Usually I just go on for a week or so at a time. You can build a bridge. Okay, let's do a bit more here, and then I want to build up a little bit more just to get a better idea of what this is going to look like. Going to need to be a little bit creative when it comes to how it's going to go. I think I want a window there. Spokane is at the Halloween biome. Let's put a window here as well, I think. Make it a nice big window to look over into the forest. I'll make it prettier with the brickwork in a bit. Crappy snapping. Nice having some American cousins. I'm English by birth, Italian by nature, as I like to say. I lived in Rome, in Italy for 7 years. Awesome place if you've not been. I would highly recommend it. Food is fantastic, people are wonderful. And yeah, just an amazing place. Because I'm English, I'm not used to the hot weather. I struggled a lot for the first couple of years. Literally melted several summers in a row. First summer I was there, it was like 40 degrees centigrade. And yeah, it was a struggle. I'm always a little bit hesitant about air conditioning. I'm worried that it's kind of will decondition you to survive in, climates. Likewise with glasses, those reactor-like glasses that you can get. I had them for a few years, but I found that my eyesight struggled a touch with going into bright light after I'd worn them for a while. So I decided to change. So yeah, I kind of refused to use air conditioning for the time I was there. Cool. want to keep that. And suffered for a few years, and then it was fine. You know, after a while, I got used to it. Actually, one of my goals for my daughter this year is to help her tolerate the heat a bit better. She's not a fan of the heat, which is not surprising because like Berlin is pretty much like the UK when it comes to weather. Often cold and damp. Are you a fan of the heat? Do you like the sun? Ah, the hate. Ah, okay. Of air conditioning, yeah. What about you, Crazy? I think I'm going to make the bottom ring stone, and then maybe make the upper ring. I'm going to have a floor up here out of wood. I don't know yet. Sounds like a wise move. Looking to get a bit of perspective to think about what the shape of this thing should look like. This is going to be our portal room. I'm going to use, I'm not sure, probably dark wood around the entranceway. And my daughter Grace, she just suffers a bit in the heat, but she's only 3 and keen to be 5 for some bizarre reason. And she's got it in her head that being 5 is an awesome age. Let's have a look. I'm short of barley. I think I need to grab a few more things. Okay. Yeah, I am. That's the plan. I was thinking of a tower portal space with 2 floors for portals, and then a lighthouse style roof with a bonfire on top. So it's like a beacon type thing. I'm not super happy with the layout of it so far. It feels clunky. I should be able to do let's think a hexagon. But this is not, yeah, this is not really working for me. I think I've got the thingy wrong. Let me grab the mats, and then what I'm going to do is grab a little bit more wood. 110. Wow. Hey Google, what's 110 Fahrenheit in centigrade? (43°C). Wow, that's hot. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is find a bit of level space. And then drop down a crafting bench. And then a stone worker's bench, same color. And just play about a little bit with some shapes. I just need to check something with sound, because for some reason it's stopped playing through my headphones. I think my phone picked up my request for Google, and it short-circuited the sound a bit. That's hard. I learned about wearing under my t-shirts to stop the stop the perspiration. Okay, so we've got a bit of space. Need to make sure we do it inside our stone cutter. And I'm trying to remember, I've got a memory coming back of a tower I'd built before. I think I need to do 2 in. That's not going to work because of the thingy. Snap it in. So that's 2, and then give it a bit of a foundation. So that's 2, and then turn twice. Come on, snap for me. Okay. And then let's put something underneath so we don't end up with too many issues with stuff breaking. So that's 1, 2. And then turn twice. 1, 2. Come on, baby. There you go. I was actually thinking about, we were talking about the Chaos Tricks. They have an integration for Sons of the Forest. So I was actually thinking about trying that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying here. 2 pieces and then turn. But I wasn't quite sure of the turn. It looks like I'm trying 2 turns here. And then I'll try 1 turn. You get all of the materials back, so this is what I usually do just to make sure that I have the right concept in mind. So there's 2 pieces, I'm turning twice. That was wrong. And then with this, I'm just going to check that it's the right type of size for what I want. This at the moment is I feel it's too small, but I'll finish it off first. There we go. So, you know, with this, 2 pieces should allow us to put in a portal on the wall, so that would fit. And then you can actually put them, you know, you can overlap the edges a little bit and put them on every side. The problem, however, is going to be stairs. We do have the spiral staircase, but that takes up quite a lot of space, and I think would make it feel too cluttered on the inside. So what I might do instead is have an exterior set of stairs, and then anchor the stairs on the edge of that piece, and then use a flat piece so I can do the turn. Maybe something along those sorts of lines. You know, this will of course be higher. I should get some more wood and mock it out. And I'll just use normal wood just to test out what the stairwell will look like. You're turning once, yeah. That would make it much bigger. So something along these sorts of lines. Although that sticking out piece there would look terrible. Something like that. Three pieces, one turn. Okay. I might give that a try as well. Three pieces, one turn. That would be a giant room. It's a massive build you got there. So yeah, going back to what I was mentioning before, the integration Chaos Strix has an integration for Sons of the Forest. I've not actually tried it yet, but I think it could also be an interesting interaction. Okay. Have you been attacked by trolls with that build? I had a rather large farm that I'd built, and it had stone walls and a pretty big pit, because I was using one of the tricks for breeding pigs. And I built it too close to the boundary of the property that I was building, and then some trolls came along and made a mess of everything. So yeah. It was fun. Not as much fun as being attacked by bats, which came in and killed a herd of, I think, about 40 pigs that I had. So I might actually try the Sons of the Forest integration a bit later. I'm just going to check my sound settings. Input. output headphones. Yeah, that should be working. Check the settings, audio, turn up the music a bit. I think the Bluetooth is audio connected. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. It's a bit disconcerting to not have any sound. Let me try and switch. You should be able to hear me now. There's a utility that I run called Voice Mod, which allows me to put sound effects into the game, which I can do now. It basically allows you to, let me just get it up, I'm running. You can use your phone as a remote control, like a soundboard. I thought it might be fun, so yeah. Awesome. So that was 2 turns and 3. Yeah, it's going to be too big. Let's try 3 and 3 turns. Grab a bit more stone. I got a bucket ton of stone in the mountains and the plains, and in the plains biome I have another big chest full of stone. I'm not sure why I have all of this wood on me. So that's 1, 2, 3. Well, in the planes, let me just do the math. 1, 2, 3. That's too much. I was working there. Maybe if I do... I don't like that. So 90 degrees and 1 out. What if I do... In the plains, it's really easy to get stone. The stone fingers are, you know, everywhere. One, two, three, and that was 2 turns. I think 1, 2, 3 and 2 turns is what I want. There's a lot of stone in the mountains, but in the plains it's just much easier to get. And who doesn't like that dramatic effect when you know, one tap and suddenly the entire column comes down? Okay. That is probably, I think that's what I'm after. Gives me the right kind of vibe. That's 3 stone blocks, 2 turns. Okay, so let's go and make it happen. We'll tidy up after. Oh, that's because, oh God. Bloody crafting benches. I have enough iron. I'm just going to get some more. Yeah. Roger Dodger, will do. May as well let the game do the work for us. Okay, because this is going to be our entrance, we're going to do this first. And then 2 times. I've noticed sometimes the flooring that you put down can restrict the snap. So if you extend it, usually with a bit of extra support, it provides an alternative snapping point, which stops the game from getting confused. It's a bit like using the half beams that you have here as alternative anchor points. Okay, there you go. And I want a big entranceway, so I'm going to put that here. And while I'm not a huge fan of these pillars, I think they're pretty ugly, we'll use those for now. Okay, and I think that looks quite nice, so I'm going to use that place here as a window. Yeah, side there is a bit boring, but I need something over this side, but I'm probably not going to have anything on the ground floor. I'll stick it on the second floor, where we have a bit more height. And then, because we want the stagger pattern, throw in a single block. So thanks for watching the channel today. I see we've got a few new viewers online. Please do like, subscribe, follow. It really helps me grow the channel. And we'll let you know when I'm back online. Today we're doing a bit more building. Later today I'm thinking about doing running Chaos Tricks with Sons of the Forest, which is another game that I like to play. Stonecutter is really, really cool. And with Chaos Tricks, basically it's a mod which allows you, the community, to interact with me in the game. So you are able to help me or hinder me. Let's just get this in. Hard to walk and chew gum at the same time when I'm building. So you can actually spawn in mobs. You can help me with more food, with hinder me with dropping stuff in my inventory. We played it with it the other day in Valheim, and it was a lot of fun. It was interesting. It makes it really dynamic. Yeah, it was good. You're able to use Chaos Tricks with loyalty points, so basically stuff that you get through watching me do stuff in the games. Or with bits. And if you're a follower of the channel, basically you accrue points quicker. And then you can use them when we do these types of mods. Just checking, that's not exactly what I want. Get the pattern right. It should be okay. And I'm a fan of high ceilings, so we're going to make this probably 4 high. There was a mod that I saw ages ago, actually, for Valheim, which allowed you to essentially use blueprints and create blueprints of buildings before you commit the materials, which I thought was a really awesome concept. I'm amazed I survived as well. Give me a snap. Ah, god damn it. You sit down. That's right. It was luck more than skill. And you did help me out as well. You gave me some buffs, which made things much easier. Yeah, so 1 more high, I think. And I don't know about you guys, but I find it easier to jump when my weapon is not equipped. Okay, it's getting a bit dark, so I've been short-sighted all my life. My night vision is not super. I didn't survive those death skeetos though. That was a tough bunch, especially because there wasn't just one, there was a handful. Yeah. Okay, let's grab the stone. While we're waiting for the light, I think should just go and grab my stuff from outside. I think Chaos Tricks and Sons of the Forest would be a much harder I may have to load up the game for an hour and run around and pick up as much loot as I can find. I'm not sure how many arrows I have. I doubt I have many bullets. Get a bit of stamina back, and then we'll build one more ring, I think. Grab that wood because I need to build some stairs. I'm a big fan of these hexagonal doors, so I'll probably put a hexagonal door on this tower that we're building now. Am I still carrying too much? Yeah. Don't need all of that wood. Okay. Put up some bouncy stairs. Aha! What do you think about doing? Oh God! I think I need more coffee. Can't quite get the angle on this one. What do I need? Let's try that. I need another of those, and then we should be good. Yeah. Right. God damn it. Cool. So I'm using half stones here just to ensure that I keep the offset pattern. One question I have had for a long time, and I actually wanted to try out, was to see if playing with different sets of bricks would make your entire structure more robust. I know Firespark did some work on this quite some time ago, a couple of years ago. But I wanted to see with the new materials if you can actually have a, you know, a more robust structure. Okay. See, that's not fitting as I want. So I need a small piece here. And then that doesn't look right. But I can't get enough of an angle to... There we go. Okay, let's see if this helps. There we go. That's what I'm after. Is that going to be too small? Maybe... Let's think, yeah, I think if we go 1 square, we can get that to snap in for us. Two. Come on, you little bugger. And then circle within a circle. Ah, cool. That sounds good. Sounds nice. I'm excited to see it. You're going to work on that today? Yeah, make a feature of the walkways. And you have some work to do. Okay. I wish we had dark wood flooring. That would be quite nice. Isn't there always? So let's have a look. That's the right kind of height for me, I think. Need to finish off this this layer on this side. Put that there. And then hopefully that's going to squeeze in this piece. Yeah. Okay. And then if we put that there, we can start with this arch. But that's higher than it is that side, so that's not right. That's even better. Okay, Now we can do this ring. And I think we need a temporary staircase. The spiral staircase, are you going to use the new one from the Mistlands, or are you going to make one out of wood and stone? It's a bit wonky. I might have to replace those arches in a sec. And the snapping sometimes goes a little bit off, and yeah, it looks a bit weird. And I'm always a bit uncertain about how best to do these floors when you have buildings like this. Let's think. Let's have the pattern pointing inwards. No workbench? What the? Maya. So I'm doing the edge first so that I have a walkway to help make the building the walls a little bit easier. And before we get too excited, let's build a stairwell, just a temporary one. Get rid of that. Okay. Here we're going to have a spiral staircase in the middle of the room, with portals on these walls. So we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 portals in here. 5 or 6. I may keep one of the walls just for, no, I could actually do that, for chests. It's quite helpful to have some chests for potions, food and spare equipment really close to your portals, because when things do go pear-shaped, you have a way to get quickly back into the fray. And I'm just wondering if I should alternate the stairs as an experiment. So on the outside edge of the floor, lines going in, and then create a pattern. Actually, I think I use single tiles. Let's have a look. Get an angle. Create a small runner. With the boards. This may look terrible. And it does look terrible. Okay, I think some experimenting is required. Okay, cool. So you get the gist of how things are starting to look. It's raining outside. So this is the first floor of the tower. There's going to be one more floor for portals above this, and then on top of that there's going to be a roof which is going to be turned into a lighthouse. So there's going to be a bonfire on the roof. I will probably I'll experiment with it, but I'm thinking about the ground floor would be purely brick, and then I will carry up the brick pillars, but then the second floor will be wood. And then, yeah, second and third floor will be wood. And then maybe with a kind of stone portcullis cropping on top. But we'll give that a try. We've got some metal work that we can play with as well. I've been streaming now for a couple of hours. So I'm going to take a break, grab some lunch, and get things set up for some fun with chaos tricks a little later. So thank you for watching. Thank you for the follows. If you like what you see, follow, subscribe, click the little notification bell so you know when we go live. And I will see you again soon, I hope. So take care, have fun, and see you on the flip side. Ciao, ciao.